Hello, and welcome to DBC Reads. Today, I'm going to be telling you about Made in the USA, and it is by Billie. If you are familiar with the story of Where the Heart Is, she also wrote that book as well. I watched the movie of that, where the girl had the baby in the Walmarts, and it's obvious Billie has an attachment to the Walmarts because these two children are living with Floy, who is not their stepmother necessarily. She was their dad's last girlfriend before he moved off to Vegas to try to find work. He was going to send money back. He was going to send for him, come get him, whatever. Floyd does not want to have these two children to take care of. The children don't really want to live with her because she's kind of miserable. So we've got Fate. That is, he's 11 years old. That's the son. And then his sister is Ludi, and I can't remember how old. I think she's like, yeah, she's 15. So she decides that when Floy falls over dead in the middle of the Walmart, to go out and take Floy's Pontiac, and they go home, they pack up a bag, and they decide that they are heading west to go find their father in Vegas. So the first part of the book is their journey to go find their dad. They have a limited amount of cash. They pick up a hitchhiker, which is a terrible idea, especially for a couple of kids. And they realize how terrible of an idea it is. So they go through some significant trials, most of which Ludi brings upon them. Fate is a very intelligent young man and very sensible, whereas Ludi is rebellious and she just acts without care, very haphazardly. She does whatever she wants to and feels good at the time, even though she might regret it later. They get to Vegas. They're looking all over Vegas, trying to find their father. And obviously, he's hard to find because he'd gotten locked up, so he wasn't working where they thought he was. So they're trying to make it on their own while also trying to figure out what happened to their father. And then once they figure it out, they're still trying to make it on their own. And it's a very perilous and sad journey. Ludi makes some rash decisions and uses her body inappropriately for a 15-year-old in order to gain cash, in order to feed her brother. They get some help, though, from some random person who notices them and kind of follows them around these seedy areas of Vegas, redirects them to some better places, and takes care of them from the shadows. Ludi goes and works in a casino overnights for a little while. A restaurant. She tried to get work in the casino. She tries to get work everywhere. She gets found by someone who says, I can provide you with some help and some extra cash. So she gets a cash influx and decides to go and get piercings and a tattoo and do her nails and those kinds of things and makes herself feel better, while Fate is sitting in their car and trying to sleep and trying to get to know the area and figure out who this secret person is that's following them. The second half of the book, they meet their guardian angel and get to know him a little bit. And once they've found out what happened to their father and that they will not be able to live with him, I won't spoil that for you, he takes them somewhere where they can be cared for. He had grown up as a part of a circus in Oklahoma, so he takes them back to his family, but he didn't really want to go back there because he cut ties with his family in a very negative way. He thought he could make it big in Vegas, and then he was sleeping out on the streets just like they were. So he's got a dog that's his very close companion, a very intelligent dog. Ludi ends up in a very precarious situation, which is why he decides to go get them some more help and take them back to his home. And then you get to see what that's like for him, the man that rescues them, and how their lives change entirely, and how just the kindness of a stranger can turn your whole world around. I hope you will enjoy Made in the USA. It's a fantastic read. It's a drama. You'll shed tears. I was crying, bawling by the end. But this is a fantastic book, and I hope you'll like it. Check it out.